Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alfany. Now, I do believe that Algorand is going to shock the world 100%. They have a lot of great projects going on, and I know they have a lot going on behind the scenes, I believe, and I know for a fact because I understand the way that they think. I understand the way that they think, and I believe I understand the new leader, fearless leader of Algorand, Stacey Wharton, who reminds me a lot of Alfany. We don't lose. We play for the big wins. And so I understand they're going to shock the world. Let me read you this little tidbit here. This is from Algorand.com. And I told you they use is it a federated Byzantine agreement? Let's read this abstract here, okay? And it says, Algorand uses a new Byzantine agreement protocol to reach consensus among users on the next set of transactions. To scale the consensus to many users, Algorand uses a novel mechanism based on verifiable random functions that allows users to privately check whether they are selected to participate in the BA, to agree on the next set of transactions, and to include a proof of their selection in the network messages. In Algorand's BA protocol, users do not keep any private state except for their private keys, which allows Algorand to replace participants immediately after they send a message. Experimental results show that Algorand confirms transactions in under a minute, achieves 125x Bitcoin's throughput, and incurs almost no penalty for scaling to more users. What? This is a bank coin, people. What? This is why I was telling people. Listen, there's so many aspects that Algorand is literally one of the absolute most advanced bank coins, as I call them. One of the biggest. It's so advanced, it's ridiculous. Do you read their white paper? Just go look at their white paper. Look at their equations. Their equations are so advanced, it's mind-blowing. Unbelievable. 125x Bitcoin's throughput. When Algorand starts really advertising, I mean heavy, going just insane with their advertising, you believe that people are not going to choose Algorand over Bitcoin? And look at their rewards program. You think people don't want a piece of that rewards? They don't even know. The rest of the world, they don't even really know that those type of rewards exist. So you have the security. It's 125x Bitcoin's throughput. It's extremely fast. What is the finality in like 2-3 seconds? Something like that. Extremely fast. It's highly, highly scalable. They're always evolving it, let's scroll up here. Let's scroll up here. And this is underneath the header. It's titled White Papers. And it says, Algorand is dedicated to fostering constant evolution constant evolution to anticipate and fulfill future technology needs on our platform. That's another important thing. Did you see how many upgrades they released all at one time? And if they release those upgrades right now, you know, and I know that they're working on something else. They were already working on something else once they completed that. They have more upgrades that they're working on to make sure that Algorand not only is the absolute best banking coin, but remains that way, that it remains the king of the advanced banking protocol. Of course, Algorand can be used in a myriad of ways, just like all the other bank coins. They're going to dominate in every possible way. But Algorand is dedicated to that evolution. They're staying up to date faster, almost faster than most. Okay? Now let's continue on here. It says, our researchers represent some of the best and brightest in blockchain. I concur. Absolutely brilliant. And cryptocurrency. So I concur with that. They're absolutely brilliant. They have a great community. They have governors. I mean, there's so many things that they're doing that others are going to try to take from. You see how many of the legacy system coins are leaning on Algorand, right? So Bitcoin is running across Algorand when it comes to El Salvador. Then on top of that, Algorand might be helping Ethereum. Algorand is so strong and is so dominant, and it will be even more dominant in the future, by the way, I might add. It's so dominant that the legacy system offerings that everybody loves of the world, Bitcoin, Ethereum, are leaning on Algorand. They need it. If they're going to survive, they're going to need Algorand, 100%. So then we have this we have a few articles here. Let me just pull this up for a second. Okay, so this is on newsbtc.com. So head over there and give them some traffic, right? And it says Algorand blockchain has grown 35% in Q1. That's because people are starting to see, they're starting to understand that Algorand is the future. It 100% is the future. And it's so safe and it's brilliant to put your money in. There's so many ways you can make money off of staking with Algorand and rewards and things like that, that it's delicious to put money into Algorand. Not just to hold, but you're literally seeing great return on investment with Algo, okay? So let's just read this little tidbit, and then you guys head over to newsbtc.com. You can read the rest. It's a big article here. It says, the Algorand blockchain has added over 6 million new accounts to its network since the beginning of 2022. Why is that? It's because all the smart money in business, they understand where it's going. You hear a lot of very wealthy and powerful people talking about Algorand lately, don't you? Yes, you do. And behind the scenes, there's even more supporters of Algorand. But they're keeping quiet so they can accumulate right now, set up infrastructure, do different things right now before that price goes crazy on Algo. And it will. Algorand will have one of the hardest parabolic runs I think anybody's ever seen. It will shock you, I think. Once they make certain announcements in the future, and I'm anticipating some really, really good ones, of course, give them their time. Give them their time, because setting up complicated systems like this, we want to make sure everything goes off without a problem. And Algorand is great at doing that. They're great at putting out a product that does not fail. I love that. And that ensures that large businesses, small businesses, banks, states, countries can count on Algorand, can use Algorand. What does that mean for holders of Algo? That means that money is coming. It's going to get that much more delicious for holders of Algo. That's exactly what it means. So smart money knows about Algo, and everybody's starting to get in. They're trying to get in. So that's why there's so many new accounts, right? According to Algo Explorer data, the total number of accounts on Algorand at the turn of the year was around 17 million, while at press time by March 10th, 2022, the number was 23 million. This represents a 35% gain from the start of the year. They're starting to see the writing on the wall, and all of that writing says Algorand is the future. It will dominate, and it's well respected, by the way. Stacey Warden is respected everywhere. Silvio Macaulay, do I even need to say how respected Silvio Macaulay is, to the fact that presidents honor him? When you have a protocol that's created by a genius, and their entire foundation, as well as the company, are comprised of brilliant minds, you can't lose. So you see how they're strategically also branching out into everywhere. So they're deep in the NFTs. In my opinion, they have the best NFT communities around, right? And you can see that just like with their Twitter spaces and how everybody supports each other, retweets their stuff, things like that. They're deep into the NFT space, which is what? Music is going to be moving across NFTs. People are going to start NFTing their videos. I'm pretty sure, like their YouTube videos, if it's special, NFT it, right? So you have music, you have videos, different movies are probably going to be NFT. You have music artists releasing their songs as NFTs. All of this is happening right now, right? So you have real estate as NFTs. That's going to be huge. I definitely think Algorand's going to take a huge chunk of that. Who do you trust more? Some company that nobody ever heard of, nobody knows, and is their team comprised of geniuses? Who is their team? Because when I look up their names, I don't even know who these individuals are. Or are you going to trust Algorand, Silvio Macaulay, Stacey Warden, Kelly Callahan? I just dropped names of heavy hitters. They don't lose. They play for the win, and I love every second of it. Who are you going to trust? This is why a lot of the smart money is getting into Algorand, and they have their eyes on Algo, right? A close runner-up behind Algorand, H-bar. You see how they're starting to talk about H-bar on the news? You hear it, right? They're starting to be comfortable with saying H-bar. It's right there. But right now, Algorand is right there. Algorand is at the top. H-bar is running up fast. There's enough money to go around for all the bank coins. This is a brilliant time. Great. So we have another article here. Let's see if it'll pop up. Okay. Appreciate everybody out there listening to me. I'm humbled by it and I greatly appreciate that. Algorand upgrade set to allow for easy creation of complex dApps. So I love that also, streamlining everything. They're making it even easier for you to build on Algorand, easier to use. Trust me on this, there are individuals and there's institutions that they say sort of want to do things themselves, okay? And so they want to hire somebody, maybe bring them in and make them a part of that particular corporation or a particular business and say, hey, now can you build me some dApps or something like that on Algorand? They want to do it themselves. So by making it easier, not only is it just easier to put everything together, but by making it easier to put everything together, now you can roll out your product faster or in a better timeline. I don't want to say faster because you want the quality to be high, and faster sometimes had that connotation to it where something built faster is not necessarily the best thing. But it allows you to issue your product at an earlier time frame, which then if you do a well enough job with putting that product together, which by Algorand making everything a little bit more easy to create, definitely would lend towards that, then the money can start flowing in faster than normal, right? Faster than you anticipated. And that is a great thing. Then also, let's bring it back around full circle. What does it do to that price to have more individuals building on Algorand, more congestion on the network, more people sending Algo back and forth, more people hodling Algorand? I mean, all of these things. Then don't forget, any type of national digital currency, central bank digital currency, Algorand has stretched its branches out into everything. And they've done it so masterfully that is easy to just overlook. It's easy to forget how dominant they have been. And they have been extremely dominant, right? You've seen it. If you would just look at their Twitter, take their Twitter, you don't even have to take into account all of the articles being written on Algorand, because the people are starting to understand how brilliant this product is. It's going to absolutely dominate, in my humble opinion. And keep in mind, like I said, it doesn't matter to me whether people buy Algo or sell Algo. It means nothing to me. That parabolic run that we're waiting on when we're talking about that price is going to go insane comes from when those CBDCs roll out. Central bank digital currencies, national digital currencies, when those CBDC infrastructures are set up. So that's when that crazy spike will happen, in my humble opinion. So not here to tell you to buy Algorand or not buy. I'm just a humble researcher. And right now I'm sharing just my personal thoughts. That's it. So not so heavily research based right now in this video, but I think that these thoughts are very important when you understand what it is that you have when you have Algo and what the future is, because the future, in my humble opinion, is very, very bright. And that price is going to raise, right? So that's the important thing to take away from this. So it says the upgrade will, in the future, allow Algorand-based products to run in lower power environments like mobile phones and, and smartwatches, as well as on other blockchains. What did I tell you? See, what did I tell you? They're branching out strategically in an absolutely brilliant way into everything that people use every single day. Algorand will be a part of these people's everyday life. That's a brilliant strategy. To have your product being used every day, everywhere, right in the smartwatch, right? On your mobile phone. Absolutely brilliant. I'm very, very happy to be a holder and supporter, the holder of Algo and supporter of the Algorand Foundation. The future is extremely bright. Now it's just a matter of time for them to put everything together. And once there's regulatory clarity, mass adoption, CBDCs. These are the catalysts. You know, there's a lot of other things sprinkled in, but those are the main things to pay attention to. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.